Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Polyglot grind again as always. I'm going to try and make this video very quickly because it's getting dark and I'm kayaking right now. And I'm scared and obviously I don't want to be kayaking at nighttime because this is also my first time kayaking. This is literally the first time I've ever gone kayaking in my entire life out here in BC. So the reason I'm making this video is I just want to kind of encourage people to travel more, and then if you can, obviously not everyone's able to travel, but if you're able to go on a weekend trip to somewhere new, just try new things and just travel. I'm not the most well-traveled individual, so there's still a lot of traveling that I'd like to do if I get the chance, but my limited travel experience has taught me so many different things. So I went to Europe for the first time ever in 2015, and that was my first time going across the ocean to a different continent. So that was really cool, and I learned a lot while I was there. I thought I was just going on a trip to visit friends, but I ended up learning so much about myself and everything, and then I came back with a slightly altered outlook on life and everything. And then the second time I went to Europe, that also changed me. So far, to date, the second trip to Europe was definitely the trip that changed me the most profoundly ever in my entire life. I literally came back from that trip a changed man. My entire outlook on life had changed. I was so much more positive, and my thirst for knowledge had expanded, and I just wanted to learn more and to travel more and to get to meet more new people and experience more new cultures and all that stuff. So the same thing applies to BC. So I've only been in BC now for about 2 weeks. I really do like this province. The lifestyle out here is very different when I compare it to Ontario. Well, at least in the small towns, because I'm in a small town right now. And I find people a lot more laid back and a lot more friendly. And it seems like life here is a lot less rushed. And people seem to care about living and enjoying life more than in Ontario, where I find life just seems to be a bit more rushed and there seems to be a lot more competition. But that's exactly one of my points. So when you travel, it exposes you to different mindsets and different ways of living and different cultures. And I just feel like when you've only been to one place ever, so for example, if you, let's say you grew up in Toronto and then you never really left Toronto, obviously you can go to cities in the GTA, but if you never really left the Greater Toronto Area, which is what GTA stands for, I'm not talking about Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, if you'd never really left the Greater Toronto Area, then your whole outlook on life would almost be limited, if that makes sense. And I'm not the most well-traveled individual by any means, by any means. There are plenty of people who have traveled a lot more than I have, but I do have a limited experience when it comes to traveling. So I just wanted to try and push you guys to travel more if you can. Obviously not everyone is able to do it, but if you get the opportunity, 100% do it. Because for example, when I went to Quebec City, I think that was my it was my first time going to Quebec City. My first time there, I decided to try skating again. I had tried skating once when I was I think I was 7 or 6 years old or something, when I was really young, and I was terrible at it. So the idea of skating was really scary, but I figured I was in Quebec City and it would make my experience a lot more fun and enriching if I tried a new thing, technically a new thing. I had already tried it, but it was new to me again because it had been so long. So it was almost like a new province, a new city. Well, not a new province, I've been to Montreal, but a new city and a new challenge. And then now I'm in BC. It's my first time in BC. I've never been here before. So once again, it's a new province and a new challenge. I'm out here kayaking. Like I said, it's my first time. I was absolutely terrified when I first got into the kayak, and then when I pushed it onto the water, I was terrified. I checked my heart rate. My heart was beating at 144 beats per second. I was terrified. I was so scared. But now I'm out here. I am still scared, and it's getting dark, so I'm gonna head back. I'm with a group or whatever. I would never do this alone, especially not my first time. I'm a lot more relaxed now than when I first started. That tends to be what happens when we try new things. Before you try something, it's generally very scary, and then once you actually do it, a lot of the time you'll find that it's actually not that bad. And I know you guys will probably find a lot of other videos that tell you that exact same thing, but sometimes, the 7th time you hear something, that's when you're oh yeah, maybe it's true. Because the same thing's happened to me. I've heard multiple people say the exact same thing in multiple YouTube videos, and then it's just that 10th video where I just hear it from a different source in a different context, and I'm yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, if this video can inspire at least one person to just go out and try to travel, even if it's just on a weekend trip to a nearby city or something, and to just try and experience something new, then I feel like this video was worth it. As I promised, I'm out here in British Columbia, so I'm going to try and keep making more videos, because as I said, when I travel, it motivates me a lot more, and the ideas just flow, and then it's a lot easier to make videos. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say with this video. I just wanted to try and inspire at least one person to try traveling more, because it is one of the most enriching things that I've ever done. Like I said, obviously not everyone can do it. It can be expensive. There are cheap ways to do it, but it can be very expensive. But if you ever have the means, try it. It's totally worth it, because you can spend your money on like new phones and new shoes and like expensive cars and stuff, but I just feel like they're all material and like they'll break down with time. And I just feel like memories and experiences, just they make your soul sing, and you just feel better overall and everything. I hope this video made sense. And as I said in my previous videos, I've been focusing a lot on my blog recently, so most of my stuff goes on my blog. So as I said, I'm also going to try and keep making more YouTube videos, but most of the content that I've been making recently does end up on my blog. So if you want more of my content, if you want to hear more about what I'm doing, what's going on in my life and everything, check out my blog. It's just my channel name.com, so thepolyglotgrind.com. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you guys are still here, I'm gonna now attempt to paddle back because it's really getting dark and I'm really getting nervous. So yeah, anyway, see you guys, push your boundaries, keep trying new things, and travel if you can. All right, see y'all.